You're watching Good Morning Carolinas with Jason Glasspool, Crystal Costa, meteorologist Darren Stack, and Amanda Kinson.
And a very good Monday morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. You know, there are a lot of people heading to town to camp out.
Sure.
We got all kinds of awesome campsites here. But a lot of times there could be like a lot of errors too when you're camping and catastrophes.
Of course, and to avoid any of that, you've got to prepare, and you can, have better success when you brave those elements. So WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinson is live in Myrtle Beach at the State Park this morning with some camping tips. Hey, Amanda.
That's right. Good morning. We are first trying to start a fire. My method isn't working very well, and you've got the lighter. That works a little bit, although it's been raining, and I'm sorry, that's partially my fault because 9 times out of 10 when I go camping, it rains. So
you just got to have a rain plan.
That's right. Okay. And the first part of the rain plan is to keep the wood dry, right?
It was dry until it started raining.
Yeah.
We were ready to light the fire and it started raining. What are you going to do?
So fires, though, can be dangerous. Once we get this started, then what do we need to do? I mean, we don't want any catastrophes.
Right, we don't want any catastrophes, so we always want to make sure you have water nearby. You always want to make sure that your fire is in a designated fire ring if it's available.
Okay.
You don't want to put your fire near your tents or, anywhere that could get set aflame.
Right, that would be bad.
And you don't ever want to burn garbage either.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised. A lot of people burn a lot of garbage in their fire. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, you want to have a smoke plan. But look, we have some flames.
Yeah, so
it's
what's
happening.
a good tip for starting the fire? I mean, you kind of set up the little
Yeah, you kind of have it in a teepee, but you also want a lot of air. Blowing is good, or even fanning is always good, but if you don't, if you smother your fire, literally you'll smother it out.
Okay.
And yeah, definitely keep your wood dry. So if you know you're going camping in a couple of weeks, or in a week or so, you want to get your firewood dry, or you can always buy firewood.
Okay.
And that way you're not transporting invasive diseases through firewood. There's some places in the country that you're not allowed to bring your own firewood in. So always check where you're going.
Okay.
Oh, look at this! Look
Yay!
at this!
Yeah, look at that! And then there was fire. Well, you had, just a simple trick. It started raining, and then you took one of these chairs and threw it.
That's what I had.
Yeah, that was great. I never would have thought of that. But all right, well, hey, very well done. I could not make fire that fast, but we have fire, and hopefully nothing else catches on fire.
Newspaper is a good idea to have too.
Newspaper, guys.
Hey, that always helps, and it's a whole lot safer than gas.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a camping catastrophe. It's a good week for camping, though, if it stays dry, those certain times. And common mistakes while camping not only stresses out campers, but park rangers as well.
Camping catastrophes can cost you money, time, and a whole lot of energy. So to avoid the mistakes, WPDE News Channel 15's
That's
Amanda
right. One of
Kinson.
those catastrophes.
Yeah, she's talking about catastrophes.
Can be animals.
It can be animals.
Coming to eat your delicious food.
We have like a very friendly raccoon right here, and believe it or not, some raccoons can get very, very friendly. They're very cute.
They are cute.
And they learn to become beggars. And they'll beg your food, and it's hard not to want to feed them, but they can be quite dangerous. It changes their behavior. They'll raid your food. They'll steal your food. They'll get in your coolers. They'll unzip your tents. Raccoons are amazing.
Yes, they know how to get into everything.
Yeah, so make sure you secure your food. Read those bulletin boards at whatever campground you go to so you know how to secure your food so you have a better time and we don't disturb the park wildlife.
Yes, and now we are talking about food that you definitely want to preserve because this sounds amazing. I have never heard of this before, but I'm totally going to make it this weekend.
Absolutely. It's so easy. So we have a roaring fire going.
Right.
So life has gotten better since we come back. So this is going to be a banana boat. So you just take a banana, you have your knife, cut open an area on top of the banana, scoop out some of the banana, and then you can put whatever you want in it. But today we have marshmallows.
So it's like a banana s'more.
It's
almost.
A banana s'more.
Oh my gosh.
Don't forget the outsides, around the edges.
So
I don't know if you want to put it. You want to put it in here. You want to put the chocolate chips. You could do nuts, cherries. Go wild. Let your imagination go. And Amanda is going wild.
Brilliant. This is a delicious.
All right. So then we're gonna put that back. Then we're going to take our foil. Make sure when you cook over a fire with foil, the shiny side goes in, not out.
Shiny side in, okay.
Yeah, so we don't want shiny side outside of the fire. Just wrap it up however you want. It really doesn't matter. Then you're going to put it on some coals for 10-15 minutes, give or take, and you're going to have deliciousness.
Wow, you just drop it in the fire
That's it. As long as you have some coals. Very easy.
And just in case your fire doesn't get going, you want to have some ready-to-eat food with you instead.
Yes, always have ready food. Sometimes, it rains. You can't get a fire going. you were not prepared, and the raccoons or the animals
ate
stole
all
your
stuff.
food.
Yeah, so have some ready
just
to
have
eat
some
stuff
ready
just
to
in
eat
case.
stuff, but do not store it in your tent. Store it in your car, depending on where you
When
are.
you're coming camping here, guys.
Okay.
Some good tips, and I love the banana thing, right?
Oh, yeah, that was genius. I've
Yes.
never seen that before.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and just so you know, Myrtle Beach State Park is hosting Camping Catastrophes. It's
Yeah.
a workshop, and they're Thursday mornings from 10 to 10:45.
And a good Monday morning to you. It is June 10th. Thanks for waking up with us. Back to old grindstone, right?
Yeah, we'll be all
Here it
right.
is.
A little rainy Monday.
Hey, you know, camping catastrophes. It's happened to many of us throughout our lives. You catch yourself on fire, you catch the tent on fire. It happens.
Hopefully it's not that bad, but yeah, so we all experience it. And the folks at Myrtle Beach State Park, they have this program that's helping you make your next camping trip a big success. And that's where we find WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinsit this morning. Camping on a Monday morning, better than being here in the studio, Amanda.
It is, and I have just learned not to go camping with Jason because apparently he's either caught himself on fire or been with somebody who's caught themselves on fire.
little scary to me.
never a good camping trip. All right, well first, if you learn nothing else, is that you have to make these banana boats. You scoop out the banana, you put in chocolate or marshmallows or whatever, and they are super delicious. And I'm just
easy.
kidding. Actually, what else we're talking about is way more important, but these are super good.
You gotta have fun. But the other thing while you're having fun is also keep in mind that it's not just your fun, that you're in a campground, and so you want to respect other campers.
Sure.
It's just like in a neighborhood.
Yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
So first thing, a lot of people like to bring their own music, which is great. But you know, I like country music, and I don't know, my best friend hates country music, so you know, the camper next door doesn't want to hear your music. No
Yeah.
offense. So keep it low, keep it mine. If you're walking around at night, you know, for safety, it's okay to use a flashlight, but keep in mind, you know, and this one doesn't work. It has no batteries in it, but
Keep batteries. There's a
have
good
batteries
way
and
to
have
avoid
extra
a camping
batteries.
catastrophe.
But you know, think about, you know, when you've been flashed in the
Yeah,
face,
gotta
how
keep it
annoying it is.
down.
Always keep it down. If you're at the beach in the summertime, sea turtles are nesting, and so lights can disturb sea turtles. So you want to put a red light. Just take red cellophane if you didn't buy a red flashlight, because red flashlights are available. They're great. Doesn't ruin your night vision,
Right.
but just use red cellophane and a rubber band. That'll work.
Okay.
And then let's go over here real quick.
We've got our adorable puppy right
We have
here.
our adorable puppy. A lot of people like to bring their dogs camping, and that's great. Make sure they're always on a leash. Make sure you scoop your poop. But also, if you decide to leave your dog at the campsite, make sure it's not a barking dog. Who wants to hear the barking dog all the time?
Nobody.
And so keep that in mind. And then, you know, once again, we talked about not burning litter, not burning trash in the campfire, but also pick up your campsite before you leave. Leave it cleaner than what you found it.
Yeah, and
you know,
some of
this is
this
big
easy
stuff,
stuff
but
is left. You know, cigarette butts and straws and
It's the
bottle
little
caps.
stuff that
you
you
don't
don't
even
notice.
see, but you leave it there and then it makes it trashy. Guys?
That is some great tips.
Yeah, if you brought it with you, it's not native there, take it back with you. Throw it away.
Absolutely. You want to clean up after yourself. And you can learn more about how to avoid camping catastrophes. This is actually a workshop at Myrtle Beach State Park on Thursday mornings at 10 o'clock. So
Yeah, it only
check it
lasts
out.
45 minutes. It's free,
Yeah.
so check it out if you'd like.
So this is the time of year everyone's out camping, or a lot of people are either coming to our area or you're leaving to go camping. But camping catastrophes has happened to a lot of us.
Me too.
Yes.
Yes. And, you know, the folks at the Myrtle Beach State Park, they have this program to help make sure your camping trip goes as smoothly as you would like. WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinsit is live at the park this morning. She's been teaching us all kinds of really cool, awesome things I've never even thought about. What's going on?
That's right. Well, you know, that program is on Thursdays, and you're kind of learning everything that we've gone over this morning.
And
Plus, you
more.
get a chance to win free camping at Myrtle Beach State
yeah,
Park.
you get entered to a drawing for the end of the year, so you can win 2 nights of free camping at Myrtle Beach State Park for 2014.
And it's going to be 2 nights of catastrophe-free camping because
Yes.
you know all this stuff. For example, a big bummer on your camping trip would be if you got poison ivy.
I can't think of a worse catastrophe. So first off,
it makes me itch. Just
you know,
think about
you have the saying, leaves a 3, leave a B. So first off, right here we have how many leaves?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So say 5 fingers, shake your hand. This is Virginia creeper. Do not panic when you see this, but let's go look at some actual poison
All right,
ivy.
so this is the Virginia creeper right here.
Yep.
You see it, but there's 5 leaves. But if you come over here, you count.
So you have
1, 2,
poison ivy,
3.
1, 2, 3, and you know, you can see it's in various stages. When it's new growth, it has a little bit more red. Poison ivy is amazing. It'll grow up vines. It'll have hairy vines. You don't want to burn it. You don't want to touch it. If you do, you want to go to your local drugstore and get maybe some calamine lotion or Tecnu, T-E-C-N-U, which is a great lotion to put on to help get rid of all the oils from the poison ivy.
So maybe, you know, even have some of that in your bag just
You might
in
want
case.
to, right. And maybe if you don't remember what it looks like, and Actually, every time you go, especially with your family, if you have kids, review what poison ivy looks like so they don't just go off playing in the woods.
Yeah, that would be bad. And some of the other tips we talked about this morning is your food, don't just leave it in your tent. In this particular park, you leave it in your car. Look at the message board when you come in because that has all sorts of tips for you. And respect the campground. When you leave, make it look like it did when you got here.
Yeah, look at better. So protect, other campers and wildlife, and you'll have a really good time because it's all about having fun.
Yes, and camping is
so prepare.
Fun. Just don't let any catastrophes happen, guys.
Some good stuff there.
Absolutely. And that workshop they're talking about, Camping Catastrophes, which is a great title, by the way, that's Thursdays at 10 a.m.